the Codes and Conventions of Magazine Film Reviews blog. All of the reviews I read had to, some level of personal engagement sort of within them. Because reviews can be sort of subjective, and I guess in a way it can make reviews sort of slightly biased in the way that the guy who wrote the review might not have liked the film, but someone else could go see it and still like it. So liking a film is an entirely subjective thing. But the film reviews there often have sort of a level of personal engagement. Things like a love of hate of directors or actors seem to come across a lot and factor a lot. But this actually makes the reviews, I feel, much more enjoyable to read, because you get this insight into what this person likes about, this actor, this director. I've read a good one on the Man of Steel review, and the guy really, really disliked Zack Snyder as a director, and I found it quite funny. He listed him as Hollywood's worst auteur, and I personally feel it's a bit harsh, but I found it a very enjoyable review to read because of how he seemed to have a dig at Zack Snyder at every possible opportunity, and it's fair enough because Man of Steel wasn't great. Each review has sort of a brief synopsis of the story, just helps to give the reader a general sort of overview of what the reviewer is talking about if they haven't seen the film. They often list, the cast and the director to again give, more information on, who you expect to see it and who the director is. Because a lot of people obviously go and see films based on who directed it. Often mentions the release date as well, if that's possible. This is something that does happen in reviews, even though reviews are often after it's been released. But sometimes if you get to the Four Thoughts review where they have like articles on it, they'll always tell you the release date, and sometimes even reviews will give you the release date of the DVD if it's already out in cinemas. Reviews often have stills from the film somewhere on the page, so again it can give you an idea of sort of like the colour tone of the film. It often shows you sort of the main actors in sort of in progress during like an important scene of the film, or just a very sort of pretty beautiful scene of the film, to often give the film a very sort of good selling point and make it that much more advertising to the reader, so they can they want to go see it more. There's sometimes very rarely have sort of behind the scenes pictures as well of the the director and often like the main character sort of talking through the script or something, or being positioned for the next shot. They usually have a brief sort of review summary at the end, and sort of like a star rating, so like 3 out of 5 stars or 4 out of 5 stars. 1 out of 5 stars if it's really that bad, just to give you that brief synopsis of the review basically, and just the brief overall summary of it.